Hello, students, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that's really important for understanding our country, India's major national political parties. Now, I know this can sometimes feel a little complex, but my goal here is to make it all very simple, very clear, and easy for you to remember, especially for your exams. So let's begin.
So, here's how we'll go about it. First, we'll talk about why we even need to study political parties. Then, we'll look at three major parties one by one: the Indian National Congress, the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the Bahujan Samaj Party. After that, we'll touch upon a few other recognized parties. And to finish, I'll give you a very practical guide to help you answer questions on this topic in your exams.
Okay, let's get right into our first section. We need to start with the most basic question. Why do we study these parties at all? Well, it's because they are truly the pillars of our democracy. So, why should we learn about political parties? It's a very fair question, and I want to be very clear from the start. Learning about parties is not about supporting one over another, not at all. It's about understanding how our democracy actually works, and parties are a huge part of that system.
Just think about it for a moment. Political parties are the most visible part of a democracy. They're the ones who contest elections, they form and run governments, and they also play the role of the opposition, which keeps the government in check. So when we learn about them, what we're really learning is how our country is governed.
Now, you might be wondering, India has hundreds of registered parties, so why are we focusing on only a handful? Well, that's because we're looking at what are officially called national parties. The Election Commission of India has a very specific set of criteria for a party to get this status. It's quite a high bar to clear, and it means these parties have a significant presence across the country.
All right, let's begin with our first party profile. We'll start with the Indian National Congress, which is very popularly known as the Grand Old Party of India.
And this, as many of you will recognize, is the hand, the official symbol of the Indian National Congress, or the INC.
This table gives us a good summary. You can see it was founded way back in 1885, making it one of the oldest parties not just in India but in the world. Ideologically, it is a centrist party, which means its policies are neither extremely right-wing nor left-wing. They aim for a middle path. The party stands for secularism, that is equal respect for all religions, and it focuses on the welfare of weaker sections and minorities. For many decades after independence, it was the most dominant party in Indian politics. Do take a moment to note down these points.
So, to quickly recap the main points for the INC. Remember, it's one of the oldest parties, it has a centrist and secular ideology, it played a major role in building modern India, and it led the UPA coalition from 2004 to 2019. Let's move on to our next party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP. This party is particularly known for its core idea of cultural nationalism.
And here we have the symbol of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the lotus. This is the symbol you'll see representing the BJP in elections.
Okay, let's look at the details. The BJP was formed in 1980. It was actually revived from an earlier party, the Bharatiya Janata Sangh. Its main ideology is cultural nationalism, or Hindutva, which wants to build a strong nation by drawing inspiration from India's ancient culture and values. It also follows ideas like integral humanism and Antoyodaya, which focus on the dignity and development of every single person, especially the last person in the queue. The party, which started with its support mainly in the north and west, has now expanded all across India, and it currently leads the ruling National Democratic Alliance, or NDA government.
So, the key takeaways for the BJP. Remember its formation in 1980. Its ideological inspiration from ancient Indian culture, its goal of having a uniform civil code for all citizens, and its emergence as the largest party in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections.
Next up, we will discuss a party that was created specifically to be a voice for certain sections of our society, the Bahujan Samaj Party, or BSP.
And this is the symbol of the Bahujan Samaj Party, the elephant.
The BSP was founded in 1984, and its leader was Kanshi Ram. The party's main objective is to represent and secure political power for the Bahujan Samaj. Now, this term includes the Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs, and also religious minorities. The party gets its inspiration from the teachings of great social reformers like Sahu Maharaj, Mahatma Phule, Periyar Ramaswamy Naicker, and of course, Babasaheb Ambedkar. Its main support base is in Uttar Pradesh, where it has formed the government several times.
So, for the BSP, the key points to remember are its founder, Kanshi Ram, the social reformers who inspire its ideology, its main objective, which is the welfare of Dalits and other oppressed people, and its significant presence in Uttar Pradesh and other North Indian states.
Now, apart from these three major parties, India's political system is very diverse, and we have several other important national parties. So let's take a quick look at a few more to understand this diversity.
Here you see two more symbols. On the left, the hammer, sickle, and star belongs to the Communist Party of India, Marxist, or CPI-M. And on the right, the book is the symbol for the National People's Party, or NPP.
This table gives us a quick comparison. You have the CPMI, founded in 1964, which believes in Marxism, Leninism, socialism, and secularism, and has strong support in Kerala, West Bengal, and Tripura. Then you have a much newer party, the NPP, formed in 2013, which focuses on regional development, especially in the Northeast. And then there's the Aam Aadmi Party, or AAP, which came up in 2012 with a primary focus on clean governance and has formed governments in Delhi and Punjab.
Okay, so we've covered the main information. Now let's change our focus a little bit. I want to give you some practical tips on how you can take all this knowledge and use it to score full marks in your exams.
So let's say you get a 3-mark question, for instance, on the ideology of the BJP. A great way to answer this is to follow a simple 3-step structure. First, start with a clear introduction. Something like, the Bharatiya Janata Party, founded in 1980, follows the guiding philosophy of. Next, give 2 separate clear points about its ideology, for example, cultural nationalism and integral humanism. And finally, end with a specific fact, like its aim for a uniform civil code. This method makes sure your answer is structured, complete, and easy for the examiner to read.
All right, let's try a quick practice question to see what you've learned. On your screen is a match the following exercise. Just take a few seconds, try to match the party in the first column with its philosophy in the second. Okay, have you got your answers? Let's check them. Number 1, Bharatiya Janata Party matches with B, integral humanism. Number 2, Indian National Congress matches with D, centrism and secularism. Number 3, Bahujan Samaj Party matches with A, represents the Bahujan Samaj. And number 4, the Communist Party matches with C, Marxism, Leninism. How did you do? This is a really good way to revise.
And we'll end today's session with this important thought. The quality of democracy depends on the degree of public participation. You see, learning about political parties isn't just about passing an exam. It's about taking the first step to becoming an aware, informed, and active citizen. And it is active citizens who make a democracy strong. Thank you for your attention.